Unit 6, Tokai to Inaka, the city and countryside. Got it. So this comes from the Got It section of Unit 6. It shows you how to talk about your neighborhood. I'll just read this out to you quickly and then I'll just break it down in more detail. Uchi no chikaku ni nani ga arimasu ka? What is near your house? So obviously you've got nani as in red there, meaning what. To answer the question, you replace the word nani, which is what, with whatever's nearby. So in this case, uchi no chikaku ni eki ga arimasu. There is a station near my house. Or you could just simply say eki ga arimasu. There is a station. Okay. So to create this sentence, you need all of these words. You start off with the place, which in this case is uchi. Please note that if you wanted to ask what is near a different place, you can do that. You just simply replace uchi with whatever you're talking about. If you wanted to say what is near the station, you could say eki no chikaku ni nani ga arimasu ka? Or if you wanted to say what is near the school, you could say gakko no chikaku ni nani ga arimasu ka? So that's the place at the start of the sentence. Next to that comes the possessive particle, which is no. That's when you're joining two words together. Next, you've got the adverb. You can also use an adjective in this instance. In this case, you're using chikaku, which means nearby. You can use other words like tonari, which means in front of. You could use maya, which is tonari means next to. Maya means in front of. And ushiro means behind. So you could change nearby to one of those words. Next to that, you've got the location particle, which is ni. Then you've got the question word, which is nani. Followed by the subject marker, which is ga. And the verb arimasu in this particular instance. And then ka at the end, which is like a question mark. So to answer this question, you're simply replacing the question word with the answer, which you can see in red in these two sentences. Everything else is the same, except you take off the question mark at the end and change it to a full stop. So the answer would be uchi no chikaku ni eki ga arimasu. So as I mentioned before, you can replace chikaku with other location words such as tonari or maya. So in this instance, uchi no tonari ni nani ga arimasu ka? What is next to your house? You need to also work out that you have to put ga when you're putting the answer with this particular grammar structure. So you can also list two things rather than just the one when you're answering it. Apato to konbini ga arimasu. There are apartments and a convenience store. So let's break down those sentences. Again, you start off with the place, which is uchi, followed by the possessive particle no. Then you're using the adverb, which in this case is tonari, but again, you can use other adverbs or prepositions of place, technically is what they're called in this particular instance. Then you've got the location particle, which is ni, question word nani, subject marker ga, arimasu, which is the verb to mean there is, and then you've got the question particle, which is ka. And then the answer in this case, apato to konbini ga arimasu. Apato is the first answer. To is kind of like a location particle, I guess, but in this case it's and. Convenience store, ga, subject marker, arimasu, which is verb, and then the full stop. Here are the words you'll need to know for upcoming activities. So I'll say them, and it might be good if you can listen and repeat the words as you hear them. Chikaku. Chikaku, which means near or close to. Tonari. Tonari, which means next to. Mae. Mae, in front of. Ushiro. ushiro, which means behind. Naka, naka, which means in or inside. Soba, soba, which means nearby or beside. Tokai, tokai, which means city. Chikatetsu no eki, chikatetsu no eki, subway station. Yubin kyoku, yubin kyoku, post office. That used to actually be my favorite word when I was in year 11 or 12 from memory. Just thought it looked cool. Okay, apato, apato, which means apartment. Biru, biru, which means building. Mansion, mansion, which means an apartment block. Ginko, ginko, which means bank. And basute, basute, which means bus stop. So a lot of the activities coming up will rely upon these questions and answers. So I've already gone through these in the PowerPoint up until now, but here they are again, just in case you want to have a look at them. So I'm going to ask this question and let's see if you can work out how to answer it for each of these three. Uchi no chikaku ni nani ga arimasu ka? I'll say it again. Uchi no chikaku ni nani ga arimasu ka? Can you work out how to say number one? The answer is Uchi no chikaku ni konbini ga arimasu. Uchi no chikaku ni konbini ga arimasu. How about number two? I'll ask the question. Let's see if you can work out how to answer it. Uchi no chikaku ni nani ga arimasu ka? The answer is Uchi no chikaku ni chikatetsu no eki ga arimasu. Finally, number three. Uchi no chikaku ni nani ga arimasu ka? Can you work it out? Uchi no chikaku ni yuben kyoku ga arimasu. So if we were to do two of them together, in this instance for 4 and 5, I'll ask the question. You can see the answer there, but let me see if you can answer it without reading it. Uchi no tonari ni nani ga arimasu ka? The answer is Uchi no tonari ni gakko to apato ga arimasu.